the money low, I'ma grab round man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When a check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When a check missed the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah.
An absolutely perfect fall afternoon for football, Coach, and we are under bright blue Colorado skies at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Denver Broncos. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Get ready. Ready? 60 outlaw. Get that quarterback. And on top. Put up. Ready.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. Space to maneuver at the 40. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Austin Eckler, who's a Colorado native. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Second and 1. He sets up the screen to Jones. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got a man, it's complete. Williams, 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. On the delay, Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, They want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
On the jump. 42 is the mic. And watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen, man. 26. Check this.
Second and 9 now. And this is complete. It's Allen. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Looking to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. 2nd and 14. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down again. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. He'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Yannick Ngakoue picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And Elliott puts this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Chargers first down.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go, D.
Second and 3. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Running on first down, Eckler. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 10 Tucson. Check tight. Check tight.
Here's 2nd and 8. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 32-yard line.
First down, Chargers.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Jones. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Rush in. Rush in.
Now this time he'll look to throw. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Here we go.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Check 52.
2nd and 2. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Back to throw here. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. Finds the open target, Arnold. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
Buying time to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Yannick Ngakoue able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Come. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 25-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go.
Back to throw now on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Charger drive about to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into...
And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So instead of trailing into the lockers, they grab the lead with the clock reading all zeros before intermission.
I would love to go into the locker room with them because right now they're riding a nice wave, aren't they? They're feeling good about themselves. But I know the coach is going to be talking to them about calming down, taking it easy. We've got a whole second half, but use the way we finished the first one to start the second.
So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Watch the run. Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. That backs them up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now a draw play. This is Jones. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On on second down, Eckler. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now a first down carry by Jones. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try.
Switch it, come on, switch it. Check. Fresno. Shit. Gone. Sponge. No. Check. Topper.
They're going to run for it with Jones. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Philip Lindsay, the intended target, but now it'll be third down.
9 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
56. Mike's 56. It's coming this way. Here we go. 50. Hurry.
They'll look to throw here.
Here we go.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 41-yard line.
Ready. Go. Check. Hey, come on now. 44. Mike, 44. I got one. Bang. Hey.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Clinton-Dix with a pick. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
General West. Let him know.
And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school at one of my...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsay, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic, a lot of fun to watch.
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And some room to work. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big one there for the Chargers. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And they give this time to the tailback. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll drop to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a
That's
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Come on,
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Check three. 66. Fully high.
They'll set up to throw. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Anthony Averett picks it, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Sit up. Shift. 61, matchbox lights. Ready.
2nd and 6. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
The Chargers take
Play
over
to win.
first and 10
Let's go.
at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. That throw into the arms of Allen. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
And the Chargers first down.
This quarterback now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. He'll look to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. Draw play. It's Eckler. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Yep. Me. Box try. Check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Ready.
Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Switch. Watch twins. SOS. And we go 37 seconds. Go.
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Here we go again. No. Alpha.
He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. They're able to locate Wilson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Here we go. 90. Wolf. Check to out. 46.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Ready. 22 ball down. Championship, baby. Ready.
They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
36. Deuce. Lock it. Jet.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Watch the run. Sled. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Blue dog's working. Watch out.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way. This
will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check girls, check girls, check girls. Play 56.
They're going to look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And that one? Oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
The quarterback on the keeper.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Well, without question, when you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that